There's a road that never turns back, just stretches into heat, where the signs all fade to silence and the air don't feel as sweet. And it don't look like damnation, not at first, not to the eye, just a long and steady lowering of everything you thought was high. I left before the morning, no goodbye, no reason clear, just a weight I couldn't name yet, pulling everything down here. Every mile felt slightly heavier, like it knew where I would go, like the road had been expecting what I didn't want to know. There's no point where it begins wrong, no line that I can trace, just the slow and quiet learning of a different kind of place. No voice to guide, no hand to hold, just something settling in the cold. And every breath I try to take feels like it's already late. I'm the southbound sinner on this road tonight, no wrong declared, no clear right, just something pulling me along, like I was here all along. Oh, I tried to turn around, but the silence made no sound, and every step I thought was mine was just the road redefined. The sky don't change in warning, it just dims without a sign, like it knows I'm not returning to anything I left behind. Every town looks slightly older, like it's been waiting in its place, not to greet me, not to stop me, just to recognize my face. I ask directions to nowhere, but they answer like they know, not with words, but with the distance that confirms I have to go. No truth to fight, no past to claim, just something learning my new name. And every step I try to leave feels like it's built into me. I'm the southbound sinner, I can see it was never separate from me. No matter how I tried to hide, it stayed right by my side. Oh, I turned, I tried to flee, but the road kept carrying me. And every mile I thought was lost was just the shape of what it costs. Now I don't fight the motion, let it take what it will take. There's no line left to defend now, no version I can remake. And it isn't punishment waiting, it's just gravity in time, like a truth that keeps on lowering without ever crossing crime. And in that quiet understanding, with no resistance left to try, I stop asking for a reason and let the South reply. It ain't a place that makes you fall, it's what you carry through. There's a space beneath the thinking that never really fades, not a silence, not an ending, just a shape that always stays. And it doesn't need attention, doesn't ask to be defined, it just waits behind the moments where I thought I left it behind. I first felt it in the quiet, when everything went still, like the world had paused for nothing but continued anyway still. There's no form I can assign it, no age I can contain, just a pressure closing door, just something underneath it more. And every breath I try to keep feels like it's already deep. The hollow never sleeps tonight. No wrong to name, no clear right, just something moving in the dark without a body, without a mark. Oh, I tried to turn away, but it stayed within the day. And every step I thought was mine just circled something undefined. It's not inside, not outside, not a place I can escape. Just a constant, quiet folding that refuses to reshape. Every memory gets thinner, every meaning loses weight, like it's learning how to vanish without ever being late. I call it by no name at all, but it answers just the same. Not in voice, but in the silence that reacts when I remain. No truth to fix, no past to heal, just something I can always feel. And every step I try to take feels like it doesn't break. The hollow never sleeps, I see. It was always part of me, no matter how I tried to hide or stay alive. And what's inside, oh, I stood still, I didn't fight. Let it settle in the night. And every version I once knew just folded into something new. Now I don't search for meaning, let the absence do its work. There's no boundary left between us, no division left to mark. And it isn't something broken, it's just structure without form. Like a thought that never finishes, but still manages to transform. And in that quiet realization, with no resistance left to try, I stop calling it an ending and let it occupy. It ain't what leaves you when it's gone, it's what stays when nothing's wrong. Every silence you don't break becomes the shape you can't escape. And hollows don't ever rest, they only learn what's still left. So every moment you ignore becomes a thing that wants you more. The hollow never sleeps, I know it never really lets you go. No matter how I tried to be, it stayed awake inside of me. Oh, I stopped, I didn't run, let it fall into the sun. And every breath I thought was free was just a hollow move in me. And now the silence doesn't end here, it just changes how it feels. Like the absence isn't missing, it's the only thing that's real. And if you ever feel a space that follows when you close your eyes, don't assume it disappears, it might be what survives. Soul, I've been chasing ghosts I can't control. The bottle shakes inside my hand, trying to drown the pain I can't withstand. Moonlight cuts through the silent land, watching whiskey tears on the desert sand. Every memory burns like desert sand, falling from the eyes of a broken man. Whiskey tears on the desert sand, mixing with the blood running down my hand. Whiskey tears on the desert sand, crying out a prayer no one understands. Dying slow in a lonely wasteland, whiskey tears on the desert sand. There's a space beneath the thinking that never. There's a forest that don't answer when the wind moves through the trees. Just a stillness made of patience, like it's holding memories. And the air feels thick but empty, like it knows what it has heard, but it never speaks about it, never offers up a word, yeah. No sound but my own pace, like I was trying to forget something that I couldn't quite erase. Every branch above me bending, but not breaking, not too much, like the world had learned to witness without ever needing touch. Then it happened without warning, not a build-up, not a sign, just a moment where the silence got divided by a line. No echo that can hold it, no return to what it was. And every breath that follows after feels like it's missing, 'cause it was a gunshot in the quiet pines tonight. No wrong declared, no clear right, just something cutting through the air that still refuses to repair. Oh, I stood still, I didn't move, let the moment start to prove that every silence I once knew was only waiting for this through. The trees don't run or shatter, they just carry what is past, like they understand that breaking isn't something that can last. There's no judgment in the branches, no reaction in the ground, just a settling of the distance where the silence used to sound. I look around for meaning, but the forest doesn't care. It just holds the single moment, like it's always been there. No truth to chase, no blame to give, just something that won't let me live. And every step I try to take feels like it's already late. It was a gunshot in the quiet pines I see. It was never just for me, no matter how I tried to hide, it stayed suspended in the tide. Oh, I turned, I tried to flee, but the forest followed me, and every path I thought was gone just led me back into the sound. Now I don't run from echoes, let them settle where they fall. There's no ending in the hearing, just a stillness after all. And it isn't punishment rising, it's just consequence in there, like a truth that once was hidden, now it's simply everywhere. sound that breaks you down. It's what still lingers all around. Every silence you disturb becomes a part of what you heard. And forests don't forget the sound, they keep it buried in the ground. So every step you think is clean still carries what you've been. It was a gunshot in the pines, I know. It never really let me go, no matter how I tried to be. It stayed alive inside of me. Oh, I stood still, I didn't fight. Let the silence take the night. And every breath I thought was mine was shaped by that dividing line. Now the forest feels the same still, but I don't hear it that way. Like something changed without changing and never went away. And if you ever hear a quiet that feels too sharp to ignore, don't assume it fades to nothing. It might be what it was before. There's a black river winding through the bones of this land, where the water don't ripple, it just swallows a man. Moonlight breaks like glass on its skin, and you don't come back if you step in. I was 12 when I first heard it call, from the edge of the trees where the shadows crawl. Mama cried, said don't go near, but the dark sounded sweeter than fear. And the deeper you look, the less you see, till the river starts looking back at me. Down where the black river ends, I go again. Where the dead don't sleep, they just pretend. Every sin I bury comes back to breathe in the cold dark current underneath. Hear it whisper low, you belong to me, like a curse carved in eternity. I don't run, I don't defend, I just sink where the black river ends. There's a shack out back where the lantern swings, and the walls still echo forgotten things. I found names carved deep in the wood, every single one understood. There was one that matched mine to the bone, like it'd been waiting before I was grown. And the day was scratched out in a shaking hand, like time itself didn't go as planned. And the wind stood still when I spoke that name, like the world itself felt the blame. Down where the black river ends, I go again. Where the dead don't sleep, they just pretend. Every sin I bury comes back to breathe in the cold dark current underneath. Hear it whisper low, you belong to me, like a curse carved in eternity. I don't run, I don't defend, I just sink where the black river ends. Met a ferryman dressed in a tattered coat, with a hollow smile in a sinking boat. Said, I've been waiting on you, my friend. Every road you took led you here in the end. I said, I ain't ready to cross that line he just laughed like he's heard it 1,000 times. Son, you crossed it long ago. You've just been too blind to know. And the water rose up to my knees, cold as truth, bringing me to my plea. Every heartbeat slowed to a crawl, like the river was counting them all. I saw faces drift beneath the tide, all the ghosts I buried deep inside. Every lie, every broken vow, they were staring straight through me now. I tried to scream, but it pulled me in, filled my lungs with the weight of sin. And the last thing I heard was my own voice say, you were never getting away. Now I walk that shore where the lost ones stay, with a hollow chest and a soul decayed. I see new men come just like me, drawn in by what they shouldn't see. I try to warn, but they don't hear. The river sings too sweet, too clear, and I watch them fade beneath that bend, right where the black river ends. Down where the black river ends, I remain not alive, not dead, just a chain. Every breath I take ain't mine to keep, just a death that the dark will reap. Hear it call through the endless night, like a judge with no wrong or right. I don't fight, I don't pretend, I belong where the black river ends. Down where the water runs thick with sin, where it don't wash out, it pulls you in. Every soul that it ever claimed still whispers low in a broken name. If there's heaven, it turned its head, left us drowning with the dead. No return, no amend, just the truth where the black river ends. So if you hear that river call your name, don't look twice, don't play that game. Cause once you see what lies beneath, you'll trade your soul for the sight you seek. And you'll walk that line you can't defend, forever lost where the black river ends. River bends where the willows lean, and water black and almost clean. The current hums a wordless tune beneath the dying afternoon. The reed stands still, the air feels wrong, like it's been holding breath too long. And something drifts where light won't send, a body by the river bend. Silence broke, half hidden reflects a passing lie, and every truth that chooses sand comes back around the river bend. There's a body by the river bend tonight, where wrong don't scream and wrong don't fight. No name to call, no hand to mend, just silence where the waters end. Oh, I tried to look away and run, but the river knows what's been done. And every step I take, I send myself back to the river bend. The sheriff came with lowered eyes, like he had seen 1,000 lies. He didn't speak, just shook his head, like words were better left unsaid. They pulled ashore with hooked wire through drifting reeds and drowned out fire, but nothing answered, nothing showed, just water keeping what it knows. The townsfolk stood at a distance wide, like they were watching something die, but not surprised, not moved at all, just waiting for the river's call. The current swirled but stayed the same, like it refused to speak a name, and every echo floating through still felt like something I once knew. There's a body by the river bend tonight, where wrong don't scream and wrong don't fight. No name to call, no hand to mend, just silence where the waters end. Oh, I tried to look away and run, but the river knows what's been done. And every step I take, I send myself back to the river bend. I knelt down where the water meets the edge of dirt and cold defeat, and in the reflection I could see something staring back at me. Not anger, not a lie, not gone, just something that keeps moving on, like it was waiting all along for me to know what I'd done wrong. The river didn't change its tone, but I no longer stood alone. And in that stillness, sharp and deep, I felt the river start to keep. It ain't the water, it ain't the shore, it's every choice that came before. Every step you choose to bend, until you reach the river's end. And some things don't drift away, they just decide where they will stay. A quiet truth you can't defend, and everybody by the river bend. There's a body by the river bend tonight, but I can't tell the dark from light. No justice comes, no peace descends, just water closing all the ends. Oh, I tried to leave, but now I know there's nowhere else the truth can go. And every road I try to set ends here at the river bend. Now I don't leave when daylight breaks, I stay with all the quiet aches. No past to fix, no truth to mend, just waiting by the river bend. And if you ever hear the stream calling soft like half a dream, don't answer back, don't pretend, or you'll become the river bend. The water flows, but never ends. It keeps its secrets, it defends, and I remain where silence bends, beside the body by the river bend. tracks hum low in the dead of night, like they're calling something out of sight. The station's empty, cold as stone, like it forgot it was ever known. A flickering lamp swings back and forth, like it's marking time without a course. And somewhere far a whistle cries from a train that never arrives. I bought a ticket from a man with no face. He didn't speak, just slid it my way. Said one way ride, no turning back, then disappeared into the black. The platform groaned beneath my feet, like it knew who it was about to meet. And when the train came into view, it felt like something I already knew. No number mark, no destination sign, just rusting shadows down the line. And every window showed the same, a reflection I could not name. The door slid open with a hollow sigh, like something living had just passed by. And deep inside a voice I feared said, "You've been expected here." It's the midnight train to nowhere, alright, where the past and the future collide. No place to stop, no place to stay, just endless track that fades away. Oh, I tried to leave, but I'm too far gone. Every mile keeps pulling me on, and the deeper I go, the less I care where this train goes, or if I'm there. The seats were torn, the air was still, like time itself had lost its will. A woman sat across from me with hollow eyes that couldn't see. She whispered low, "You'll understand," as she reached out with shaking hand. But when I blinked, she was just gone, like she had never been there at all. The lights above began to fade, like they were afraid of what they made. And every face I thought I saw was just a shadow with no law. The wheels kept turning slow and grim, like they were grinding bone and sin. And every sound along the track felt like it was pulling me back. It's the midnight train to nowhere, I ride, where the past and the future collide. No place to stop, no place to stay, just endless track that fades away. Oh, I tried to leave, but I'm too far gone. Every mile keeps pulling me on, and the deeper I go, the less I care where this train goes, or if I'm there. I walked the aisle through car to car, but every door led just as far back to the place I'd been before, like the train had no real core. A conductor stood in worn-out black with a lantern dim and a crooked back. He tipped his hat but didn't speak, just pointed where the walls grew weak. I looked outside but saw no land, just endless dark like shifting sand. And in the glass I saw my face, slowly fading without a trace. And then I knew what this ride was, not where I'm going, but what I was. Every choice I left behind, now carved into this endless line. No start, no end, no right, no wrong, just echoes stretched too long. A journey made of what I've been, rolling through the dark within. It's the midnight train to nowhere, I ride, where the past and the future collide. No place to stop, no place to stay, just endless track that fades away. Oh, I tried to leave, but I understand this train was never part of a plan. And now I see what I've become, another passenger on the run. Now I sit as the whistle cries, under never-ending skies. No sleep, no dream, no just movement through it all. And if you ever hear that sound of iron wheels on hollow ground, don't look too long, don't stay aware, or you might find yourself on there. The station waits, but not for me. Just a ghost of what could be, and somewhere lost beyond the air rolls the train to nowhere.
Fire burning low tonight, not in the dark but behind my eyes. The wind don't howl, it calls me close, like it remembers what I chose. Boots on gravel, slow and plain, every step echoes my name. And somewhere deep where shadows claim, I swear the devil knows my name. Is just something you never saw. My daddy said, boy, don't look back, but I learned young how to walk that track. First time I crossed that crooked line, felt something shift deep down inside. Not fear, not guilt, not even shame, just something cold that learned my name. The town went quiet when I passed through, like they all knew what I'd do. And every eye that met my stare looked like they'd seen me somewhere. There's a weight that don't let go once you walk that road below. And every sin I tried to tame just carved deeper in my name. The devil knows my name, 'cause it's slow from every place I shouldn't go. In every shadow, every flame, I hear him whispering my name. Oh, I've tried to run, but I can't outrun what I've become, what I've done. And every step along this road leads me back to what I'm owed. I met a man at the edge of town, wore a smile that never came down. His eyes were black, his hands were clean, like he'd never done a single thing. He said, son, you've been expected here, been walking this path year by year. I laughed it off, but deep inside I felt the truth I couldn't hide. He tipped his hat and stepped aside, said no need left to run or hide. And when I turned, he was just gone, but his voice kept carrying on. Now the night don't feel the same, it breathes and speaks my given name. And every road I try to claim leads back to that quiet flame. The devil knows my name, 'cause it's slow from every place I shouldn't go. In every shadow, every flame, I hear him whispering my name. Oh, I tried to run, but I can't outrun what I've become, what I've done. And every step along this road leads me back to what I'm owed. I see my reflection change at night, not quite wrong, not quite right, like something's wearing my own skin, learning slowly from within. The mirror cracks, but still
stay. A voice that sounds too much like mine, drawing out that crooked line between the man I tried to be and what's been growing inside me. No fire, no throne, no grand design, just a quiet claim on what is mine. The devil knows my name, calls it slow from every place I shouldn't go. In every shadow, every flame, I hear him whispering my name. Oh, I tried to run, but I understand he never chased me, just took my hand. And every road I thought I chose was one he already knows. And now I walk where the night runs deep, where promises don't mean a thing to keep. No fear left, no need to hide, just something walking at my side. Maybe I was never free, maybe this is what I'd be. From the moment I first became a man, the devil knew by name. The wind don't howl, it speaks again, through dust, through fire, through every sin. And I don't ask, I don't defy, I just walk as the night goes by. Cause somewhere deep in flame and frame, the devil still calls out my name.
The steeple cracked against the sky, like it forgot how to die. And every bell that used to ring just hung there, deaf and suffering. The wood gave way, the hymn went wrong, and the night turned into smoking song. Stone, but I was never there alone. The preacher's voice had long gone dry, like even faith refused to try. And every prayer I used to trust turned slowly into dust. The stained glass burned in colors red, like every word that I had said was waiting here
eyes and ash, I knew there was nothing I could do. Not devil's hand, not heaven's grace, just me and fire in the place where everything I tried to hide was standing right outside. And when the flames had finally spoke, it wasn't wrath, it wasn't smoke, it was a sound of letting go of everything I used to know. It ain't the church, it ain't the flame, it's everything we failed to name. Every truth we try to shirk still burns inside the church, and souls don't always rise or flee. Sometimes they stay where they should be, till everything you try to trust turns back into dust. I left my soul in a burning church that day, and it never went away. No redemption, no escape, just ashes in its final shape. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to pray, but fire doesn't fade that way. And every breath I try to find still burns inside my mind. Now I don't kneel, I don't return, I watch the embers slowly burn. No faith to hold, no truth to clutch, just what I lost in too much. And if you ever hear that sound of wooden faith collapsing down, don't step inside, don't stay too long, or you'll learn that burning song. The church is gone, the night runs thin, but something never left within, and I remain where ashes lurk, where I left my soul in the burning church. The light falls thin across the floor, like it don't belong here anymore. Every corner holds its breath, like it's waiting on something left. The walls don't speak, but they still live, and all the things they won't forgive. And every step I take feels slow, like I've been here long ago. Through the broken door, where I swore I'd go no more. The dust still hangs, the air still aches, with every choice a man can't shake. The mirror's cracked but shows too clear a face I tried to leave last year. But time don't change what's underneath, it just lets it sink in deep. I hear the floorboards shift and sigh, like they remember every lie. And every shadow stretched too long feels like it knows where I went wrong. There ain't no place I didn't hide from the truth I kept inside. And every step I took to flee just brought the dark back close to me. Shadows don't forgive what you've done, they follow close, they never run. No matter where you try to go, they're in the light you think you know. I tried to outrun my past, but nothing buried ever lasts. And every road I can't outlive leads me back where shadows live. The too tight, too near, like it's closing in with fear. I passed the room where silence grew, from words I never followed through, and every mark upon the wall still stands to witness every fall. A voice calls out but not too loud, like it's wrapped inside a shroud. And though I know there's no one there, it feels too real to just be here. The dark don't scream, it don't accuse, it just reveals what you can't lose. And every truth I tried to shove still lingers where I couldn't love. Shadows don't forgive what you've done, they follow close, they never run. No matter where you try to go, they're in the light you think you know. I tried to outrun my past, but nothing buried ever lasts. And every road I can't outlive leads me back where shadows live. Every shape the darkness calls, not faces clear, not forms I know, just pieces of what I let go. They don't reach out, they don't demand, they just remain where I still stand. A quiet proof I can't deny of every truth I let die. And in the stillness I can feel something far too sharp to heal. Not pain, not fear, not even grief, just something deeper than belief. And maybe shadows ain't the night, but everything we keep from light. Not evil, not some curse to lift, just truth we never learned to sift. And every step I took away just stretched them longer into day, till I became what I once feared, a man with nothing left but here. Shadows don't forgive what I've done, they don't need to. I'm the one who carries every silent scar, no matter where or who we are. Oh, I tried to hide, I tried to live, but shadows don't forget, don't forgive. And every road I walk still gives back to the place where darkness lives. Now I don't run, I don't pretend, I walk with them until the end. No light to chase, no past to flee, just all that still remains of me. And if you ever feel them near, in quiet rooms or empty fear, don't turn away, don't try to live like shadows ever could forgive. The light fades out, the dark won't shift. It holds you close, it never drifts. And I remain where truth won't live, 'cause shadows don't forgive. There's a sound that moves through open space, too soft to call a voice. Not a word I clearly recognize, but not something I can avoid. And it slips between the quiet, like it's always been the same. There's a shape inside the silence, and it carries your name. First along the roadside, where the fields don't ever end.
the distance, like a message trying to bend. No direction I could follow, no clear place it settled in, but it moved the way a memory finds its way beneath the skin. Every step I took away from it didn't make the distance grow. It just changed the way to reach me in a way I couldn't know. No voice to hold, no form to face, just something drifting through the space. And every breath I try to keep feels like it's brushing past me. The wind carries your name tonight, no shape to see, no wrong, no right, just something moving through the air, like it's always waiting there. Oh, I tried to shut it out, pretend that it's something I can end, but every silence I create just gives it more to resonate. It follows through the narrow hallway, slides along the edges clean, like it knows exactly where to go without ever being seen. There's no echo I can measure, no sound I can contain, but it lingers in the stillness, like it's tied into my name. I close my eyes to block the feeling, but it doesn't fade away. It just settles into breathing, like it's something meant to stay. No thread to cut, no past to clear, just something always drawing near. And every time I try to speak, it answers back without a need. The wind carries your name tonight, no distance left, no end in sight. You can run across the open ground, but it's already all around. Oh, I turned, I tried to divide what was yours from what's inside, but every line I tried to draw just blurred into what I saw. I stood still in the open clear and let the air move as it would. Didn't fight it, didn't follow, just stood there where I stood. And it passed through me completely, not around me, not behind. Like the space I thought was empty had been filled the whole time. No single word to hold on to, no clear sound to repeat, just the sense that something known had settled in too deep. It ain't a voice you hear out loud, it don't need form, it don't need sound. Every name you never release finds a way to move with ease, and wine don't choose where it belongs, it carries what it's held too long. So every silence left unnamed still moves when called by name. The wind carries your name, I know it was never far to go. No matter how I tried to hide, it was moving deep inside. Oh, I stopped, I didn't run, let it pass through what I've become. And every breath I call my own feels like it's not mine alone. Now the air don't feel like nothing, it just moves through what remains. Every silence holds a whisper that I cannot rearrange. And if you ever hear it calling through a place you thought was still, don't look out into the distance, it might be closer than you will.
dead winds moan, where the trees grow crooked like they've seen what I was raised on the taste of a sinner's regret, with a Bible in one hand and a blade in the next. Daddy drank till his shadow turned mean and cold, said the world's just a grave, boy, you dig or get sold. So I learned how to bury what I couldn't outrun. Now the dirt knows my name better than anyone. And the night don't sleep when it's inside your skin. It just claws its way out from within. Ashes don't pray, and neither do I. Heaven went silent the night mama died. I scream at the sky, but it don't reply. Just echoes of hell and a vulture's cry. I walk through the flames where the lost ones stay, where mercy's a lie and the dead souls stay. If there's grace, it's too far away, 'cause ashes don't pray. There's a church on a hill with a cracked front door, and a preacher who don't believe anymore. He got blood on his hands and a cross on his chest, as forgiveness is just something sold to the rest. I lit a match where the candle should burn, watched the pages of salvation curl and turn. He just stood there smiling like he understood that the fire in my veins ain't never been good. And the bells don't ring when the truth walks in, they just rust in the weight of sin. Ashes don't pray, and neither do I. Heaven went silent the night mama died. I scream at the sky, but it don't reply. Just echoes of hell and a vulture's cry. Walk through the flames where the lost ones stay, where mercy's a lie and the dead souls stay. If there's grace, it's too far away, 'cause ashes don't break. Met a woman in black by a roadside grave. She was digging a hole like she dug my fate. Said every man's got a debt to pay. Then she looked at me and whispered my name. Her eyes were empty like a burnt out star, like she'd seen every wound and every scar. She said, you've been running since you were born, but the end's already been carved in stone. And I followed her down where the roots run deep through the bones, the secrets we tried to keep. She said, a soul like yours don't ever get free. It just trades one hell for eternity. I try to wash these hands in the pouring rain, but the blood just danced in the crimson stain. Every prayer I spoke turned to dust in my mouth. Every road I took just circled me out. Now the sky hangs low like a loaded gun, and I taste my end on my tongue. There's a noose in the wind and it calls my name like a lullaby soaked in shame. I carve my sins in the walls of time, but they carve me back in a darker line. And the man I was ain't the man I see, just a ghost with a pulse where a heart should be. Ashes don't pray, and neither do I. Heaven went silent the night mama died. I screamed at the sky, but it don't reply. Just echoes of hell and a vulture's cry. I walk through the flames where the lost ones stay, where mercy's a lie and the dead souls stay. If there's grace, it's too far away, 'cause ashes don't pray. Ashes don't pray, they just drift and fade, like the lives we lost and the debts we made. Every breath I take feels borrowed and thin, like the reaper's already wearing my skin. If there's peace, I forgot my name, left me drowning in smoke and blame. I ain't clean, I ain't saved, just a soul So lay me down where the black earth cracks, with the sins I carried strapped to my back. No stone, no cross, no sacred ground, just the sound of silence dragging me down. And if there's a God, he turned away long before I lost my way. Now the fire's gone cold, but the debt remains, and ashes. Ashes don't pray. There's a scar in the dirt where the railroad dies, in a town full of ghosts that don't close their eyes. Every window's cracked like a sinner's grin. You can feel that rot crawling under your skin. I came back here with a hollow chest, just a rattling soul in a death wish rest. Got a past that howls when the night gets loud, like a buried truth scratching through the ground. And the wind spells out what I tried to hide. Every sin I bear, it's still alive inside. The devil wears my name when the night comes down, whispers every secret I thought I'd drown. In the mirror's glass I don't see a man, just a shadow shaped like a broken plan. Every step I take leaves a deeper grave. Every breath I steal feels already claimed. I ain't lost, I've been claimed the same by the devil wearing my name. There was blood on the floor of a motel room, and a flickering light singing my doom. I remember her eyes, but not her scream, just the silence after, like a bad dream. Tried to wash it off in a roadside sink, but the stain sank deeper than I could think. Now the water runs red when I close my eyes, and her voice still hums like a lullaby. And the truth don't bend when it's carved in bone. It just waits for you when you're all alone. The devil wears my name when the night comes down, whispers every secret I thought I'd drowned. In the mirror's glass I don't see a man, just a shadow shaped like a broken plan. Every step I take leaves a deeper grave. Every breath I steal feels already claimed. I ain't lost, I've been claimed the same by the devil wearing my name. Met a stranger once on a midnight road. He was dressed like me, even spoke my code. Said, I've been where you're trying to go. Then he smiled like he already knows. He said, you can run, but you can't outride what's been stitched in your bones since the day you cried. Every choice you made carved a deeper chain. Now you wear me too. We're one and the same. And I felt my pulse start to split in two, like the man I was never really knew. Every step I took, he was walking to, like a second shadow I couldn't lose. I dug a hole in the dead of night with trembling hands and no moonlight. Said, this is where I bury But the dirt whispered back, "I bury you too." Now the sky's gone black like a burned out vein, and the air tastes sharp with the coming rain. I can feel that end breathing down my neck like a promise I ain't outrun yet. There's a cross of ash where my heart once beat, and a trail of bones underneath my feet. If there's mercy left, it forgot my face, left me locked in time I can't erase. The devil wears my name when the night comes down, whispers every secret I thought I drowned. In the mirror's glass I don't see a man, just a shadow shaped like a broken plan. Every step I take leaves a deeper grave. Every breath I steal feels already claimed. I ain't lost, I've been claimed the same by the devil wearing my name. The devil wears my skin, wears my shame, calls me out like a cursed refrain. Every road I take bends back again to the place where it all began. If there's fire waiting, I felt the spark, been burning alive in the endless dark. I don't run, I don't pray, I just fade while he takes my place. So if you see me walking through your town, keep your head low, don't make a sound, 'cause the man you see ain't who I became. It's just the devil wearing my name. There's a scar in the dirt where the railroad dies, in a town full of ghosts that don't close their eyes. Every wind, it's still raining. I can hear it on the roof, same as that night. Funny thing is, I don't remember driving home. I just remember the sound it made. And after that, everything just kept going, like nothing ever stopped. There's a road so black under dying light, with the same old rain from that endless night. Wipers drag slow like they're half alive, but they never clear what's inside my mind. Got both hands tied on a shaking wheel, but I don't know if I'm driving still. Every mile feels like a frozen frame from a moment I can't rearrange. And the headlights bend like they're pointing back to the exact same place I left off track. I never left that night, I just keep moving through the same mistake that keeps on time. Hear the rain tap slow like it knows the truth, like it's spelling out what I tried to lose. I don't wake, I don't fight, I just live inside that night. There's a dent in the hood I don't recall, and a crack in the glass shaped like a fall. I see flashing lights in the distance fade, but they never reach where my soul decayed. There's a voice in the dark from the passenger side, but I never look, I just let it ride. She says you could have stopped, you had the chance. I just grip tighter, don't take the glance, and her breath feels cold though the heat's turned high, like she never really left that night. I never left that night, I just keep moving through the same mistake that keeps on proving. Every breath I take don't feel like mine, just a loop of guilt stuck in time. Hear the rain tap slow like it knows the truth, like it's spelling out what I tried to lose. I don't wait, I don't fight, I just live inside that night. There's a stretch ahead where the road dips low, where the headlights flicker and the shadows grow, and I swear I see it happen again. That shape, that moment, right back then. I slam the brakes, but they don't respond, like the choice I had is already gone. And the sound hits hard like it always does, like it never stopped, like it always was. And the world goes still, but I'm still here with the same dull hum in my ear. Every second loops back around to the same exact broken sound. That's not the engine, that's not the road, that's the moment replaying slow. And I hear her voice beneath the rain. You never left, you stayed the same. Now the road don't end and the sky won't break, I'm still awake. Every turn just leads me back again to the place I should have never been. And I see myself in the rearview stare, with the hollow look like I'm not all there. If there's a way out, I missed it then. Now I just drive and relive it again. I never left that night, I'm still inside it. Every just helps me hide it, but it don't fade, it just grows clear, like the truth is always sitting here. Hear the rain tap slow like a counting clock, every drop hits like a hammer knock. I don't change, I don't rewrite, I just die again that night. I never left, I just pretend that this road might someday end. Don't bend and the past don't loosen, justice ends. If there's mercy, it passed me by, somewhere between the truth and lie. I don't live, I don't survive, I just crash over and over alive. It's still raining, I can still hear it. Never stop. madrugada fria entra pela janela. A madrugada fria entra pela janela. O silêncio pesa mais que qualquer palavra bela. O copo suado em cima da mesa vazia. It's still raining. I can hear it on the roof, same as that night. Funny thing is, I don't remember driving home. I just remember the sound.
Tight, like it knew what ends the night. No thunder, no last warning sound, just silence settling all around. The lamp flickered low and thin, and my shadow moved before my skin. I swear I stood there calm and slow, with every thought I know. But something darker at my feet was not quite bound to my heartbeat. It stretched and bent the wrong direction, like it had formed its own intention. And every move I tried to make, it made before I could partake. The mirror showed me standing still, but something else had found its will. And in that moment, sharp and clear, I felt another presence near. It wasn't me that raised the hand, it wasn't part of what I planned. But every second breaking thin, I felt it crawling from within. My shadow pulled the trigger that night, I swear, and I was never really there. No control, no truth to fight, just something moving in the light. Oh, I tried to stop, I tried to see, but it wasn't really me. And every echo in my mind still follows what it left behind. The walls went long, the corners bent, like something else had been sent to occupy what I believed was something I could not retrieve. The sound came fast, but not from there, like it had always been laid there. And in the silence after flame, I wasn't sure who to blame. The shadow stood a little wide, like it had nowhere left to hide. And for a second I could tell it knew me better than myself. The floorboards creak, but not from weight, but something choosing its own fate. And every breath I try to keep just sinks into something deep. My shadow pulled the trigger in my name, and nothing ever felt the same. No alibi, no place to flee, just what it did instead of me. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to stay, but it had already made its way. And every thought I can't unwind still echoes from behind. I reached for it, but nothing touched, like I had never been that much. Just outline drawn in fading light, detached from wrong and right. It stepped ahead without a sound, no chain, no tether to the ground. And every piece of me I knew was moving somewhere I can't view. The shadow turned and looked at me, like it was finally set free. And in that glance I understood, it never meant for good. It ain't the hand, it ain't the gun,
choose the night, till everything you thought was real becomes the thing you can't unfeel. My shadow pulled the trigger, left me bare, and I was never really there. No truth to save, no place to hide, just something walking on the other side. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to scream, but it moved like part of me, and every breath I try to find still isn't mine. The light grows dim, the room grows thin, but something else is still within, and I remain where echoes flicker from my shadow pulling the trigger. Like someone's watching, even when you know you're alone. There's a barn out past the pasture, where the paint's all peeled away, where the doors hang half open, like they got something to say. Used to run there as a kid, hide from everything I feared. Now I stand outside that same place and wish it disappeared. Haze all rotten in the loft and the ladder's barely there, but I swear I see it moving from the corner of my stair. There's a feeling in my chest, like a warning I can't shake, like the past ain't really gone, it just waits for you to break. I hear footsteps in the dust, but there's no one here I trust, just the weight of what I was. There's shadows behind the barn calling out my name, like they know every secret, every ounce of shame, every lie buried deep in the dark. Now they're walking right back from behind that barn. Yeah, the shadows behind the barn don't fade with the light. They follow me home, they haunt me at night. I tried to forget, but I've come too far. Now I'm face to face with the shadows behind the barn. There was a night I swore I'd never speak about again, when the moon went missing and the trouble settled in. You were standing by the fence, saying don't you go inside, but I crossed that broken threshold like I had something to hide. There's a stain on the floor that the rain will wash away, and a whisper in the rafters begging me to stay. I remember how it happened, but I twisted in my mind, like if I change the story, I can leave the truth behind. Now the silence starts to scream, like it's tearing at the seams. A shame, every lie buried deep in the dark. Now they're walking right back from behind that barn. Yeah, the shadows behind the barn don't fade with the light. forget, but I've come too far. Now I'm face to face with the shadows behind the barn. We saw. You remember. You never left. I see your face in the broken glass, and every moment I tried to pass. If I turn around, will you still be there? Or are you already everywhere? And the night walks in like it knows exactly where I've been. Every corner holds a piece of truth, from the man I was to the broken proof. There's a rope in the rafters, swaying side to side, like it's keeping time with the things I hide. And I hear your voice in the cold night air, saying you can't outrun what's waiting there. And the dark begins to crawl down the beams and up the walls, like it's come to end it all. There's shadows behind the barn, reaching out for me. Every buried memory wants to be free. Every sin I thought I could outrun, now it's staring me down one by one. Yeah, the shadows behind the barn won't let me go. They're caught in the past I never outgrow. I tried to run, but I won't get far, 'cause I am the ghost behind that barn. You ever feel like something's watching? Maybe it ain't something, maybe it's you.